The next item on our agenda is awards and recognition. Tonight, I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Bound.
Well, good evening. And again, this is, I think for all of us, this is one of the highlights of the meeting is when we get to spend time with one of our students. And so tonight is no different. Tonight, it's my privilege to introduce you to Maria Palazuelos. And she gave me the thumbs up, so I got it right. That's what helps from being a student that studied Spanish in college. So anyways, Maria, if you'd like to come up and introduce yourself, and I bet this group will have a question or two for you.
Okay. Do I talk into this thing or does it matter?
You're good.
Okay. So I'm Maria Palazuelos. I'm in my second year at JUCO. So yeah, this is going to be my 5th semester. Yeah, right. So originally, I was born in Mexico. I was born in Guadalajara, and I moved here when I was a baby. So I've been in Overland Park ever since. And I did kindergarten, preschool through 8th grade at Holy Cross. So I was there forever, and then I graduated 8th grade, and I went to St. Thomas Aquinas, so a minute away, and then I graduated there, and then I came here. So I've been here ever since, and I'm currently getting my liberal arts degree, but I don't know what I want to do. I like so many things, and I'm interested in so many things, and then I stop liking them, and then I like them again, so I'm just taking general things for like everything. And I'm the vice president of the Student Senate here. So I was a senator my first year here, and then I ran for exec board. I made it, so now I'm the vice president here, and I'm really excited for this year now that more things are getting back to normal after COVID. I'm excited to see what we do.
Well, thank you for being here. Any questions for Maria? Trustee Costa.
Thank you. What is your biggest challenge this year?
This year, I've struggled a lot with balancing just everything when it comes to school and also working, and then also making sure I have a social life and not just doing work in school. So over the summer, I worked like 3 jobs, and then I would come here for, like Senate things and meetings and things like events and things that I had to be at. And I would be exhausted by the end of every day, and I wouldn't have my social battery would just be drained absolutely. So I want to work a lot on making sure that I'm not doing too much of one thing and that it's keeping me from doing more of another thing. So I think that's probably something that I'm going to have a challenge with this semester.
Trustee Laura Smith Everett. Then Trustee Ham.
Maria, thank you so much for being here. I wanted to just encourage you that as another passionate person, that's what I like to refer to people like us who have a lot of things we like to do, and all of it is equally important and all of it is equally interesting, to keep pursuing each of those passions, and one day you'll find a fit. For me, it was teaching. And it is so great to have you as part of JCCC, and I'm grateful that you're here to help us and be part of the Student Senate. So thank you so much for that. My question would be, what is your current favorite? You can just have, even just this week, it doesn't have to even be, a long-term commitment to this club or outside activity that you're just getting involved with, or you really are excited about right now?
So besides Student Senate, I really like Luna. They're the Latinos United Now and Always group on campus, and they do a lot of things. They put on a lot of events that are really special to me, just because that's a big part of who I am. So they'll do a bunch of Day of the Dead stuff. They did this huge quinceañera event last year, so it makes me feel, I don't know, it just makes me happy to see that on campus and see them promoting that, so other people that aren't as familiar with kind of get a chance to know more about it.
Well, thank you for that. I'm really glad to hear that. I actually have a neighbor who's Latino, and the mom was asking me just recently if there was an active Latino club or group on campus, and I said yes. And the group has really, in the last, even during COVID, was really ramping up and doing some great stuff. So I will encourage him to come seek you guys out during one of those events and get involved. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I'm now going to attempt to remute myself. But if I'm not, all the wizards behind the curtain, you feel free to mute me.
Any other questions for Maria? Trustee Hamel, excuse me, sir.
You're good. I'm also one of the people that has a lot of things I enjoy, kind of a jack of all trades. I was curious if you found anything new while you were here at Johnson County that you added to your list.
Engineering. It's like the thing that I'm most interested about right now. And coming in, I never in a million years would have pictured myself liking that. And it was kind of a mix of talking to people that were already, focused in that and kind of getting a different perspective and just how many different ways and things you could do while in, that bubble of engineering. So I think, yeah, right now that's probably one of the things I'm most excited about that I could see myself doing. And if you asked me 2 years ago, I would have been like, no, never. So yeah, probably that.
Thank you for sharing.
If I may follow up, what type of engineering?
I really am interested in civil engineering. I don't know why. It's just something that I personally find really interesting. And like I said, maybe even a year ago, I would have been like, no. And now it's something that, I keep learning more about. So that specifically.
My dad and a brother are both civil engineers who went here. My daughter's name is Maria. I just want to go through that on my notes real quick. And did you say what you would do next, or what you think you'll do next? I missed it. Sorry.
No, I also don't know. I have so much to think about, but I know I want to get out of Kansas. I was talking about it earlier that I've loved growing up here, and I think it's a great place to have a family, but, kind of time to maybe go somewhere else. And my cousins, it's been a common theme with us that, we grow up here and then everyone's getting to a certain age and one's in San Diego and one's in Vegas, one's somewhere else. So now it might be my turn to book it somewhere else. So yeah, I kind of want to get out and maybe even before I decide strictly on something that I want to do with my career, maybe get out and see other things first. Maybe something will come to me then, but I know I want to leave Kansas.
Well, I'm not as passionate as Trustee Laura Smith Everett maybe, but I worked in Washington, D.C., came home. My dad is in Frisco, Texas. My other brother's in San Antonio, Texas. My brother married a Venezuelan woman, and he's in Miami now. And my other brother, Paul's in the Navy in Virginia. And so if that's not good enough for you, UMKC is just across the border. The Regents wouldn't want me to say that, but I too wanted to see something beyond Kansas, and I'm glad we had the opportunity to help shape you. So I think Trustee Costin had.
I was just going to say, I'm just so glad that you've had the opportunity to have this amazing liberal arts approach to education so that you can try all of these different topics and have instructors who teach you about the world and the things that they do in the world. And so it's really exciting to see you get excited about something you had no interest in before you stepped foot on campus. So that is really cool.
Thank you.
Good for you.
Any other questions for Maria? Maria, thank you for being here. Can I take a swing at your name? Palazuelos?
Yes.
Palazuelos.
Yeah. Perfect.
Thank you.
Trustee Cross,
Yes, ma'am.
I think Mr. Musil, Trustee Musil was trying to unmute and there we
Yes.
go.
And if I may,
Thank you.
Kansas State University is a fine university.
I think you were sucking up to me, except you're absolutely true. I just wanted to say, Maria, like Chairman Cross, I left Kansas for 3 years of school and 4 years in DC and came back. So go find your passion, find your expertise, but we want talented people like you back here in Kansas or in the Kansas City area. And Chair Cross, I will tell you, I don't know if Laura has the same experience. I can't find a raise hand function on my Zoom. So if I have something, I'll just have to wave my hand, I guess.
I apologize, I missed you. I'm sorry.
That's all
Thank
right.
you for speaking up.
I was here looking for the raise hand and I don't see it.
We should just get red flags and we'll wave them in the camera tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anything further from the trustees for Maria? Maria, thank you very much, and best of luck to you.
Thank you, guys.